Degenerate. Oh, well, I'm a West Texas Degenerate.
How's it going, y'all? I'm Paxton Graf, and I'm here with Treaty Oak Revival, the band that has blazed their own trail from West Texas oil fields to selling out arenas worldwide. Guys, first off, thank y'all so much for taking the time to do this. Can you kind of talk about how y'all first formed and ultimately how this thing got started?
Well, this all started in the back of a friend of ours' vacuum shop, and he let us play there every Monday of every week. Yeah. So we would go and we would jam and we would practice, and eventually I came into the fold of things and wound up. I had original music, so I brought that original music to the table, and we ran with it, put music to it, and the rest is pretty much history.
Personally, individually, what all did y'all do before forming the band?
Well, I was I guess like a field coordinator. I worked building gas plants out in West Texas and New Mexico area. And Lance right here.
I had an IT company with my dad out here in West Texas. We handled about 8 different companies, whole systems from all that.
And Jeremiah.
Yeah. I was an accountant, and I worked for a lot of oilfield service companies, and moved from company to company. And when one sold, I got traded usually. So
arborist. I ran a tree service.
Yeah, arborist. Yeah. Cody, what'd you do? Come on.
I just did electrical work and anything that required more back than brains, honestly.
Now, I'm from Texas, so I know the story of the legendary Treaty Oak. So how did that influence y'all's name, Treaty Oak Revival?
Well, we were just trying to think of a name that was Texas related. And we had a ton of names that we had decided on, but that one just kind of seemed like the best fit. And if you looked it up at the time, nobody was using that name. So we felt like, okay, if we make this our name and somebody searches us up, that's going to be the only result is us, So it wasn't our favorite name, but it was the best name we could come up with. And at that time, we just needed a name to go with the music. So, and now it's too late to change it. So we're stuck with it.
Well, I'm going to quote something real quick. The Houston Press stated the following. They said, quote, Treaty Oak Revival dash the next big thing, question mark. That train may have already left the station, end quote. Do y'all believe y'all are the, quote, next big thing for country rock?
No. And I would never think anything like that about myself. We're just lucky to be doing what we're doing, man, and to be able to bring our music to the world and live our dream and travel around the country playing these shows to all these people. We're just really grateful that people care about the music and that people show up and love our stuff. So as far as the next big thing goes, if we wind up being that, cool. But it's not our goal. Our goal is to just keep doing what we're doing and get better.
And this is a question for each of y'all. What has been your favorite part of this experience overall so far?
Man, just getting to meet all these fans, getting to meet people that you would never get to meet if you were doing a 9-to-5 job. I mean, we get to go literally around the country and meet people from all walks of life. Some of them famous, some of them just regular old people like me and you. But that's my favorite. I don't know about.
No, yeah, I mean, literally, basically boils down to the same thing for me of just like, you meet people at this point now, thankfully, all over the world. And the fact that, like, I remember our first day in Sydney, ended up staying out until like 4 a.m. with like 3 random Aussies that I met at a bar that we just ended up hanging out at and meeting the owners. And it was like, yeah, just getting to meet people and an opportunity where you just go out, go play pokies with random Australians until 3 a.m. Like, when are you ever going to do that? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'd say exactly the same thing they're going to say. So, but man, I did love Australia. I love being on stage, playing music. I mean, these are all family. So, just
Man, it's just awesome to be here. I've dreamed of this since I was a kid. So, just being able to do it full time is, I don't know. It's my dream, man. So it's just awesome to be here with these guys.
I'll kind of transition to y'all's newest album. Y'all just released late in November. Y'all recently released your third self-released studio album, West Texas Degenerate. That's already earned #1 for Billboard's top rock albums and #3 on top country albums. Can you just talk about the album in general and all the amazing accolades you've already earned?
Well, we spent 2 years working on it. I think I spent maybe roughly a year and a half writing it. And I think it maybe took about 2 weeks and some change, or just a week and some change to record it. I think it really only took a total of like 5 or 6 days to fully record. But we wanted to make a record that was about growth and maturity, whether it be in our playing or our writing or the kind of what the songs are talking about. And I think we really covered that with this new record. It's a record about where we're from as well, which is Odessa, Texas, and in the West Texas region. So we wanted to kind of shed some light on those people. You know, we have a lot of friends and family out here, hardworking, good people that not a lot of people probably sing about. So we just kind of wanted to shine the spotlight on those people and shine the spotlight on where we're from and let the world know what it's like to be from West Texas.
And that kind of leads to my next deal, which is there's obviously a lot of nods to West Texas, obviously Odessa in general, in this album. Some I can't say on the mic right now. Right. But how and why did y'all want to incorporate West Texas so much in this album?
I think a lot of people out there don't know really where we're from. I think they just think that we're just this just another Texas band. But we wanted them to know where we're from, because that's something that we're proud of. Is not a lot of guys where we here get to do what we do and actually make it out of here and go do what we're doing, touring all over the country. So we're proud to say that we did that, because we worked so hard to get to where we're at and to get out there into the world. So I think it was important to let them know a little bit more about who we are on this record.
And the name itself, West Texas Degenerate.
It's a cool name.
It is. It's a catchy name. Can you talk about the story behind the idea of the name?
I mean, when we were in the vacuum shop was literally like 3 stores down from our liquor store. So when we were in the vacuum shop, we were getting drunk and doing all sorts of stuff that probably is pretty frowned upon by most people. So we've always considered ourselves some degenerate people, and I got friends all over Texas who are degenerates. So I was like, man, it would be cool to just take that and own that. Plus, a guy wrote an article about us calling us degenerates. So I figured, we'd lean into it, and it worked. It sounded cool. Song sounded great. So, yeah, took it and ran with it.
Well, the title track, West Texas Degenerate, you said, quote, "I knew it needed to be somebody who knows the area of West Texas, so it had to be William Clark Green, who you had to sing it with, who wrote Ringley Road. I hit him up, and we met in the back room of Billy Bob's, and took us 90 minutes to write the song." Can you talk about the experience of writing with a West Texas legend like William Clark Green, and why it was so easy to write that song?
Well, William Clark Green is one of the coolest guys I've ever met, and we've covered some of his songs when we were first starting out, and he's always just been someone I've looked up to as far as songwriting and showmanship. So when I had this idea for the song West Texas Degenerate, he was the first person that I thought of. I wanted it to, explain enough geographically about the place while also touching on all the crazy stuff that goes on there. And he responded back and said, "Hey, let's meet up at Billy Bob's in the green room and get this thing written." And we wrote the song in about, I think, an hour and a half is how long it took us. But it turned out great. And after it was done, he texted me and he was like, "Hey, man, no big deal if not. I understand it's cool, but you think I could sing on it?" I was like, "Heck yeah, man, of course. We'd love to have you on the track." So he's been really cool working with us, and I think through this song we've kind of developed a friendship with him, and he's going to be coming out on the road with us next year to play some shows and sing that song on the record with us. So we're really, really excited to have that guy in our circle now.
Last question about the album. This is more for my sports department, which is, what is Blue Star about?
It's about every America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, and how they always let us down every year. And maybe one year they won't, but
Maybe one year, that's right. Hey,
Not
maybe
this
year. Every year's our year, ain't that right? All right, well, a couple more questions. You stated the following before. We've all had people tell us these songs have saved people's lives, helped them overcome addiction, improved relationships with a family member, really just get them out of something bad. Can you talk about the impact that your music has had to individuals?
Honestly, the impact that our music has had is now that I'll rescind my answer. That's my favorite thing about doing what we do is people coming up to us and saying that, hey, you know, I was about to do something really, really bad, and your song came on the radio, and I didn't do that, and I decided to go a different direction. I remember one time we were playing a show, and our merch guy, J. Don Midkiff, he came up to us and he's like, "You have to hear this story." Literally, a guy, I guess, had enough and drove out somewhere and had a gun and was literally about to, take his own life. And Ode to Bourbon came on the radio, and he put the gun down and drove home. Didn't do it. So to hear something like that, and Jadon was crying when he was telling me that, and I kind of teared up a little bit too, because it's a powerful thing to hear something like that, and that these songs that, when you make them, like for example, West Texas Degenerate, it's an hour and 30 minutes it took to write that, but it could wind up saving somebody's life or making them turn theirs around, and I think that that's something really special that we're really proud of as a band.
Any of y'all have a comment on that by chance?
Oh, he's perfect.
That was great. Yeah. All right, well, I mainly just have one last question, and that is, y'all stated the following before. Growing up in West Texas, that's a rough place to be from, and we came out of it proud, and we'll always represent West Texas and take it wherever we go. You've represented West Texas not only across the country, but worldwide. What's it like to be able to take West Texas with you across the world?
I don't have an answer right now. I'm blank.
I think it feels great because we're from West Texas, and like I said, it can be a hard place for people to live. It's tough. It's a blue collar place, but to be able to go take that to some of these other places, you'll get people who will come up to you and be like, "Man, it sounds like West Texas sounds exactly where I'm from," And it's like, I guess I'm an Ohio degenerate or whatever, or something like that. And so it's cool to bring that to another place, and then people in that place identify with that, and it resonates with them because they're like, hey, where I come from, it's like that too.